of you guys have time to prepare a home-cooked meal? I know I don't. But with this roast recipe, I can spend less than an hour minus the cook time preparing a delicious dinner for my family. ReportLeaker.com says that 98% of people prefer to cook at home, while only 28% of them use their own recipe. Today.com featured an article about stress and how it's the #1 reason that people don't actually cook at home. This recipe has been in my family for generation to generation and is very easy. Let's talk about what we need to make the roast. We're going to use a Dutch oven pan. Make sure it's big enough for the roast to swim around in. If you don't have a lid, you can use Reynolds wrap. We've got our roast, and then our seasonings are seasoned salt, meat tenderizer, garlic salt, onion salt, celery salt, and Worcestershire sauce. The vegetables that we're going to use for flavor are onions and celery. And the vegetables we're going to use to eat are potatoes, baby gold or baby red, work the best, and then petite carrots or whole carrots, either one. Now, while we're getting ready to fix the roast, we're going to turn our oven on broil. You're going to want to start this process about 6 o'clock in the morning so that it has time to cook all day. Put your oven in the pan and put a layer of each seasoning on it. Brown it. Pull it out, flip it over, and then do the same thing to the other side. The reason that we brown the roast first is so that the flavor infiltrates the meat. This whole process should only take about 7 to 10 minutes. After you pull it out and you start preparing it to bake, turn your oven to 200. Put water in your pan about 3/4 of the way full, about half a bottle of Worcestershire sauce, your onions, and your celery. I did say that you could use Reynolds wrap if you don't have a lid. Just make sure that you wrap it with 2 sheets and seal it tightly. You do not want any of the liquid to get out or any of the steam to get out. You're going to leave that cooking on 200 for about 10 to 11 hours. So you have time to go to work, take the kids to school, run errands, whatever it is that you have to do. When you get home, whatever time that you're going to be eating dinner, about an hour and a half before, turn your oven up to 500 degrees. Make sure when you take that out and you open it, be careful of the steam. It's going to be really hot. Don't burn yourself. And have your vegetables ready because you do not want to have it uncovered for very long. Put your vegetables in your pan. Put your carrots around your pan. And then about another 1/4 cup of the Worcestershire sauce. Seal it tight and it's going to cook then for about an hour and a half. Then it's ready to serve. When you take it out, you can either leave it in the pan to serve everybody or you can set it on a platter with the vegetables around it and make it real fancy. Washington Post did a blog titled, "The most important thing that you can ever do is eat dinner with your children." There are a plethora of benefits, and I hope after learning how to make this roast, that gives you the ability to have time to do those. Just imagine a long day. You've worked hard. You're tired. The kids are cranky. Everybody's exhausted. When you walk in and you smell this roast, it's going to turn your complete day around.